It's the Unhappy Hour.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on the TNAM Radio Network here at thenewamericanmedia.com. I am your host, Brian Engelman, and I welcome you to talk about sports here on the Unhappy Hour. Real quick, make sure you check out our homepage, thenewamericanmedia.com. On Facebook, search The New American Media with spaces in between the words and like our page. On Twitter, we're at American_media_. Make sure that you're following us and subscribe to our youtube.com/The New American Media page, please. So I want to run through what's going on in the world of sports. Let's see. What do we want to talk about? Tennessee Titans have released Chris Johnson, really good running back. So where's he going to land? We'll see. I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. We just went out and got Ben Tate from the Houston Texans, so I don't know that it would work in Cleveland, but Tate has a tendency to get injured. So would it be the worst thing in the world? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think it would be the worst thing. But, I mean, are we really going to overpay for a really talented back, or are we going to draft somebody young? I think we're going to draft young. So that's the deal there. Ben Tate, Chris Johnson. We'll see where he lands. Yeah, Yasiel Puig. Benched. I don't know. Yasiel Puig is trouble. It's not hard. Just do your thing. You know, when people are problems and they continue to be problems, it's just, Johnny Manziel, everywhere he goes, there's drama. Desean Jackson, nope, he's not a gang member, he says. Well, okay. We did that story last week. We go very in-depth into the NJ.com report, as in New Jersey, not Michael Jackson. So anyway, you can check that out. So we'll see. Desean Jackson on the Redskins now. I think the major question marks there are Robert Griffin III with his knee surgery and all the problems they've had. I mean, Desean Jackson will help. He's a very dynamic player if he keeps his nose clean. But, I mean, the major complaint was that he had his work ethic. He was late to meetings, doing the same thing Yasiel Puig was doing. And the Cleveland Cavaliers, fighting for a playoff spot, currently, at time of the broadcast, trail by 12 points the Atlanta Hawks. It really is on the outside looking in for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 31-45. Not a great record, but we're only 2 games out of that number 8 spot. Charlotte hasn't clinched yet either. Everyone else has. The West is pretty crazy, though. Only the top 3 teams have clinched. The Spurs, the Thunder, the Clippers. Everything else is up for grabs. I mean, Phoenix and Memphis are tied. Memphis with a slight edge. And then you got Minnesota a little further back. Yeah, like 6.5 back of Phoenix and Memphis, but they're jockeying for position. Indiana, Miami are tied. So this is Atlanta is a game ahead of Cleveland right now. Well, it's all right. It's technically 2 games, but Atlanta is the first bubble team. And this is a huge game. Cavs playing Atlanta. You got to get that loss for Atlanta and the win for Cleveland. So if they can't do this, there's only a couple of games left in the regular season. So definitely running out of time. Definitely running out of time. This is pretty much a must-win game, and they got to get some help. You got to get the Knicks to lose a game. You got to beat the Hawks. So we'll see. But something I am really excited about, Cleveland Indians. Don't forget that the Indians won last year. Indians made the playoffs. Made it to that 1-game playoff. Lost to Tampa Bay. But the Indians went ahead and got the win today. 7-2 over the Twins. The game was delayed by rain. Tribe is 3-0. I think the Tigers are 3-1 rather. Indians are 3-1. The Tigers are 3-0. Pretty good start to the season, 3-1. Nick Swisher hit a 2-run bomb. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to... If you go to thenewamericanmedia.com, we have this featured video. It's Nick Swisher and Mike Polk, our roommates. Mike Polk Jr. is this comic from Cleveland. He's probably one of the funniest comedians you don't know about. And you got to check out his work. We're big fans. We haven't had a chance to connect with him yet. We've through third parties invited him on the show. We just haven't had a chance to get him yet. But he put this thing out, this video. It's our featured video. I want to play it for you. It's really funny. Nick Swisher and Mike Polk are roommates. So when it cuts to the scene after his intro, you're gonna see. So it's bunk beds here at spring training. Mike Polk is on the bottom trying to sleep. Nick Swisher of the Cleveland Indians is up on top. I just want to play it for you. I get such a kick out of this.
I'm sorry. That is so rude. Fact is, I'm not getting a lot of sleep since we got here to spring training. The Indians were nice enough to put us up here at the facility, but there's not a lot of space, so some of us have to have roommates. Take a look.
Indian spring training
Hey,
facility.
Mike, isn't it awesome with roommates this week? You know, just two bros hanging out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, Nick.
Hey, Mike, what was your most awesome part of the day?
I don't know, Nick. I guess I haven't really thought about it. Why? What was yours?
All of it. Hey, Mike, I was thinking, man, we should get some bros together and form a rock band.
You mean like right now?
I think I probably gave 110 high fives today.
Is that good?
Well, that's kind of low for me, but I'm going to do better tomorrow.
Okay.
Hey, Mike, what's your favorite Van Halen song?
I don't know, Nick. What's your favorite band?
Panama! Panama!
Nick, are you drinking a Red Bull right before you go to bed?
Yeah, I gotta have a lot of energy in my dreams tonight.
That doesn't make any sense.
Right on! I hope if I do dream tonight, I dream that my life is exactly what it really is, because it's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, you asleep?
No, I'm having trouble falling asleep for some reason, Nick.
Yeah, I'm too stoked to sleep, too. And at the end, Die Hard.
And then at this point, he's Nick Swisher is doing push-ups in bed.
And at the end, Die Hard defeats all the bad guys, and him and his wife get back together, which is super cool.
First of all, the character's name isn't Die Hard, Nick. And secondly, I told you I've seen that movie 1,000 times. Please stop telling me the plot.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Panama!
Oh my God!
Hey, Mike, I made a list of stuff that I think is awesome. You want to hear it?
We should probably get some sleep.
Number 1, my awesome family. Number 2, my awesome fans. Number 3, playing baseball. 4, cool fireworks. Number 5, today. 6, tomorrow.
Is this list a lot longer, Nick, or?
Yeah, it's pretty long.
Okay.
Number 7.
Oh, I wish I was strong enough to take that from you.
Number 34, my awesome teammates. Number 35, exercise. Number 36, fist bumps.
Nick, are you asleep? Oh, thank God.
Awesome! A new day. I'm gonna go run some ladders. You should come, bro.
What are you?
No, I'm sorry. I just had to play that for you because it really cracks me up. It's embedded as our featured video over at thenewamericanmedia.com. Mike Polk Jr. It's Nick Swisher and Mike Polk, our roommates. You got to check it out. Yeah, share it. I love the beginning of baseball season so much. And today, in today's game, that guy, Nick Swisher, hit a 2-run homer in the 6th. 2 batters after Yan Gomes connected for a solo shot. So Indians 7-2 home opening win over the Twins, which is pretty cool. Progressive Field's 20th anniversary. It's called Jacobs Field. Stop calling it Progressive. Progressive is such a dirty word in politics. Yeah. Before the 6th inning, the Indians had been shut out by Pelfrey and were in danger of disappointing a sellout crowd that had stuck around following a 2-hour, 13-minute rain delay and plummeting temperatures. Yeah, that's what happens in Ohio, especially this time of year. I remember what was it, that home opener? Who was it against the Mariners? When there was snow? It was like a blizzard? Yeah, it was a blizzard. Swisher, let's see. Gomes got things started with his leadoff homer, line shot to center field bullpen, trimmed Minnesota's lead to 2-1. Lonnie Chisenhall walked, and Niger Morgan sacrificed. Up came Swisher, who fell behind 0-1 before belting his homer. A towering fly pushed deeper into the right field seats by strong winds. Swisher posed to watch the ball's flight, and then punctuated the homer by flipping his bat as he headed down the first base line. After crossing home plate, the Ohio native saluted Cleveland's crowd by raising his arms and making an O, and then an H, and then an I, and then an O. So that's pretty cool. It just like Dante Whitner. He's from Cleveland, and he went to Ohio State. Now he chose to sign as a free agent with the Cleveland Browns. And now you have Nick Swisher coming back, and you know they're from Ohio, and it's so nice to start to see this, where your local talent is coming back to do great things, unlike the former king who left and felt like he had to go be successful somewhere else and bail on his hometown, his home city, his state. Yeah, LeBron James, he comes back and he rides his bike around and raises a lot of money for kids groups. But you never got us that NBA championship, LeBron. And you became a better player when you left. Had you been that player when you were with the Cavs, I think we would have had at least one championship. He really had to lose against the Mavericks to get good like that. He became a different player after they lost to the Mavericks with the Heat. Absolutely. But what I was starting to say here is that Jason Kipnis, Cleveland Indians All-Star, just signed. They signed the second baseman to a 6-year, $52.5 million contract hours before the opener. Bro, I think it's awesome. So amazing, he said. I feel like we're starting to create an identity of who we are. And that is the truth. That process began last season when the Indians won their last 10 games to make the playoffs the first time since '07. They lost the wild card game to Tampa Bay, but Cleveland entered this season with expectations to go even further this October. So, yeah. It was a strange sight at the beginning of the game. The ballpark was bathed in sunshine with the tarp covering the infield, but the precautions were needed as heavy rain arrived about an hour after the scheduled first pitch. So, this is pretty sweet. And former Indians manager Mike Hargrove threw out the ceremonial first pitch, skipping it to first base coach Sandy Alomar, who played for Hargrove. Kind of cool. You know, and I would normally have Zach Barris on today's program, but he's at the game. And it's over, but, you know, he's having fun. So we'll let him have his fun. But don't forget, Zach is always with us to talk about the NBA and to talk about college hoops. And, as of right now, beginning of the third quarter, Cavs trail by 14. So they got their work cut out for them if they want to trim this and get back into it. But really, it's pretty much the Cavs need to win out, and they're going to need help if they want to make the playoffs. But you have the Final Four coming up. Who do you like? I think Zach will tell you he's a little disappointed to see that Arizona got knocked out. Tough game, but got your Final Four. All of it tomorrow, the Final Four. 6:09 p.m., you got Connecticut and Florida. And then Kentucky and Wisconsin. Wisconsin. Came out to California, people told me that I had an accent. Mom, I get a pop. Wisconsin. Oh, I guess. So who do you like in the Final Four? Who do you like from the Final Four to go to the championship game? If I were a betting man, I'm going Florida, Wisconsin. That's what I got. Sticking to it. Tell me, what do you think? So, that's pretty much what's going on in the world of sports right now. Really starting to get ooh, you know what's coming up real soon? Draft Day. Draft Day is coming up with Kevin Costner. I'm really looking forward to Draft Day with Kevin Costner. I believe it's next weekend that opens up, so I'm definitely going to go see that. I'm getting ready for the real NFL draft. It's time for the Cleveland Browns to get their act together and start rattling off some wins and get into the playoffs consistently. I'm ready for it. The city's ready for it. Let's make it happen. So we'll see, but, Zach will be back probably next week. We're going to talk, obviously, about the championship. The final, what am I trying to say? The final determination. That's probably not the best way to say it. We're going to do a wrap-up of the national championship game in men's college basketball. And around that time, we're going to start talking about the NBA playoffs. Something I haven't played in such a long time. I got to do it now. This used to be my favorite thing to play. When Sean Flynn was our producer and co-host. I'd always cue him out. I think you can go back in our archive on thenewamericanmedia.com/TNAM-radio or click the TNAM radio button on the middle right with the flag on it. I think we have some old archive shows. We talk about this a lot. Yeah, I'm talking about the playoffs.
Well, I'll start off by saying this. Do not blame that game on the defense, okay? I don't care who you play, whether it's a high school team, a junior college team, a college team, much less an NFL team. When you turn the ball over 5 times, 4 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown, 3 others in field position to set up touchdowns, you ain't going to beat anybody I just talked about. Anybody. All right? And that was a disgraceful performance, in my opinion. We threw that game. We gave it away by doing that. We gave them the friggin' game. In my opinion, that sucked. You can't turn the ball over 5 times like that. Holy crap. I don't know who the hell we think we are when we do something like that. Unbelievable. 5 turnovers. One of them, we've thrown 4 interceptions for touchdowns this year. That might be an NFL record. That's pitiful. I mean, it's absolutely pitiful to perform like that. Pitiful. What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
So yeah, that's maybe that sums up well how quickly the Cleveland Indians playoffs went last year, 1 and done. And maybe that's going to refer to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Playoffs? Playoffs? You kidding me? Yeah, Cavs already outscored by 5 points in the third quarter, trailing by 17. I just hope we can win a game. I mean, let's face it, the Cavs are playing a lot better ball lately. And have you noticed that Andrew Bynum, when the Cavs had him, they really stunk. They got rid of him, and now the Pacers have gone through a funk now that they got him. I don't know, coincidence? Could be. Yeah, Pacers are trailing the Raptors right now as we speak. We'll see if they can pull that off. But playoffs? I just hope the Cavs can get LeBron. Because that really is what it comes down to. I mean, this is such a talented NBA draft this year. This would be a great time to have a top 5 pick. There's what did Zach say? Maybe 7 or 9 great players in this league or in this draft coming up. Yeah, what a lousy time for the Cavs to both miss the playoffs, and to miss out on a top 8 talent. So, only in Cleveland, but they are looking better. Hey, they got their first point at 50. Only trailed by 16. But anyway, we'll see how that all shakes out. And we'll see if the Tribe are able to keep things together. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll see where Chris Johnson lands. I don't know, a two-headed beast of Chris Johnson and Ben Tate? I don't that would be pretty cool. It's going to be very expensive. I don't know if they would do it, but something to think about. So, anyway, we'll be back. We're going to talk a little bit more next week, probably with Zach, and we're going to have to do a regular baseball segment too. But I mean, this NBA playoff season, it's a grind. This thing goes pretty consistently, starting very soon. So we're going to have a lot of that to talk about. I appreciate you guys listening, and we'll be back in just a little bit. My name is Brian Engelman. I appreciate every one of you, and we'll see you again next time. Peace.
The Unhappy Hour on the new AmericanMedia.com.